Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is a reading from Spirit, or a message from Spirit. But I'm going to start out with a lesson from A Course in Miracles. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I want the peace of God. I want the peace of God. The peace of God is everything I want. The peace of God is my one goal, the aim of all my living here, the end I seek, my purpose and my function and my life, while I abide where I am not at home. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Okay, so I'm feeling an energy of nostalgia, like letting go, sadness, letting go of the past, letting go of whatever it is that you're letting go of, anything that doesn't serve you anymore. And I am going to start with the wisdom of the Oracle today. So what does Spirit want to tell us? Ooh, higher power. A higher power is with us. A higher power. You're connected to a higher power. Number 4. Your strength and your stability is in your higher power. And you don't have to fear because you are connected to a higher power. So conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with Spirit. This card reminds you that you are more than a person. You are not a body. You are free. Trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. The purpose of your life is for that higher power to express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to Spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation and stillness. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. I'm going to read the relationship message because last night I was just getting the message that relationship is everything. And I wish that I wrote it down because I was half asleep when I was getting this message. But it was like your relationship to God, your relationship to life, your relationship to anybody in your life is key to manifesting what you want, is the key to manifesting what you want. It's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. Trying to remember what that message was. It would probably be hard to translate, even if I remembered. Okay, I'm going to get some archetype cards, see what archetypes we're working with. The feeling, though, is that we're entering a new realm, a completely new way of being. And so we're leaving a lot behind, and we're not even sure what we're leaving behind. But there is this feeling of sadness and nostalgia, really. And a little bit of fear and anticipation about what's to come. Okay. We got King, Storyteller, Femme Fatale, and Priest. Okay. King, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. So this is male divinity energy. The shadow is excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. Okay, so we may be experiencing the shadow of this right now, but what we're looking and trying to move forward in is God or King energy, in which you're embodying the highest attributes of power, true power and sovereignty. Storyteller is, we're letting go of an old story. So ability to experience and express life through story and symbols. And the shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. So leaving behind the old story and actually looking to understand the information coming to you, because you're going to be getting a lot of synchronicities if you haven't already. So looking at the symbols that are coming in, what are they trying to tell you? Just noticing for right now, maybe, and then being open to a different story, a new story. Really being open to learning and letting go of what you thought was true. Okay, the femme fatale. I think this is fear of the feminine energy. So this is what's playing out here, is we're letting go of old stories, but the masculine energy that needs to be moved into, this is one of the obstacles to that, is the fear of the feminine. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Okay, so that's the light attributes of the femme fatale. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. Okay. So that's what we're working with the feminine. And then the priest facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. But we all need to learn that we can channel our own spiritual energy, and we don't need any go-betweens. We can all do this ourselves. Yes, it can sometimes be helpful to have a teacher or a guide, but we can all do this ourselves. We have direct communication with the divine or spirit. We can have direct. We all can do that. It's about being open to it and connecting inside. Okay, so we're gonna look at the Light Seers Tarot and see if we can get more information about this. The shadow of the priest is it violates trust of your spiritual community. Violates the trust of yours. Oh, the shadow attribute is if the priest violates the trust of your spiritual community, is seduced by your own spiritual role. That's usually when ego gets in the way. And it's also an imbalance of you want to always feel connected to spirit. And if you connect too much to ego, you are out of balance with the priest energy. But I'd say connecting to your inner priest, your own inner priest. Let's just see if we can get more information from the Light Seers Tarot. So I have my phone, which I'm recording on, up on my candelabra, and I have this leaned up against it. I don't usually do that, but it's because it's a higher power. I have it right there focused on it. So it's over all of this. And the message that I'm getting from that is that Spirit is intervening and helping with all of this, which I already know because I have experienced that and I feel that. And I think a lot of people are getting messages or downloads coming in, letting us know that we're being helped and guided, and sometimes set on a completely different course. I was set on a completely different course. I did not see this coming at all. But it is more in alignment of who I am. I feel better. I feel a lot better. I felt like I didn't belong before, and now I feel like I have found my place in the world and what I've been looking for. It just feels much better. And I left a lot of fear behind. And I moved into love. And I'm learning about love and life and God. And I'm just remaining really open because the things that I thought that I knew were not true. And I think we're all finding that now. It's surprising what's happening. And we're having to let a lot go that we didn't see coming, that we didn't want to let go, or we don't want to let go. But it's not serving us anymore, and I think that we can all see how it's not serving us. That's a lot of cards. I don't want all those cards. Okay, maybe I do want all those cards. Okay, we have Justice, balancing the scales. The scales were way out of balance. We've been like in a very masculine energy, and the feminine has been kind of pushed aside, devalued, just pushed way down. It's like with no value, given no value or credence. And so the scales are being balanced. The feminine energy is moving in, and it can be a very powerful energy. It's a very receptive energy, a very flowing energy. It's a lot of cooperation and community. It's compassion and understanding and nurturing energy. So there's going to be there's a rebalancing of energy. The Ten of Swords, we're moving away from old stories, from old mythology, from old cycles. We're moving away. We're entering a new dawn. The Nine of Wands. We're looking to what's coming. And I have to get more information about that. The Two of Wands, it's entering a new era. And the Two of Cups, it's going to be about love. We're moving forward in love is what I'm getting. But I just want to get more. I always forget the Nine of Wands. I don't know why. I'm sure there'll be a reason when I look at it. It looks like anticipation to me. But there seems to be a little more there. Oh, determination, resilience, defiance, a last defense, the final push. Okay, excitement for what's to come. That's what it is, really. Excitement for what's to come, which is what I was feeling. But I didn't see it in this card, though. She looks a little apprehensive about what's to come. But there is this excitement. But it's also like a feeling, like I feel in the pit of my stomach, like a little nervousness and a little fear. So this is possibilities. The world is filled with opportunities for adventure, and I welcome them into my life with planned action. So starting to move forward with whatever creative projects you wanted to move forward now. It's time to start doing that. And the Two of Cups. Love. You're uniting with your spirit or another person, and we're going to be co-creating. So you're either co-creating with spirit or you're co-creating with another person. And just everything happens in relationship. That was the message that I was getting this morning. Everything happens in relationship. Nothing, it's that co-creation. Nothing happens by itself. It's all relationship. And I don't know how to put that any better. Like, it made a lot of sense this morning when it was coming through to me, or in the middle of the night when it was coming through to me. But now I'm like, I lost it. I'm going to have to start writing things down in the middle of the night. Okay, Two of Cups. Just want to get that, if there's anything else for the Two of Cups. And I feel like we need more for some reason. Or it's just, I want more. I think it may just be that I want more. I want to know what's going to happen. Okay, romantic partners, soulmates, friendships, connected hearts, passion, kindred spirits, joyful connection and cooperation, union, sometimes marriage, duality, love, consciousness. I thrive in partnerships and my heart leaps with joy when I connect. I think we need to know that we have everything we need inside of us. And it's going to be all about being in the present moment and trusting that. So let's see if there's anything else in regard to the masculine energy of the king, the storyteller energy, leaving old stories behind, the Nine of Wands. Okay, I think that like part of it is opening your heart. We're going forward with a very open heart. And that when your dependency is rejected. Okay, so we're also rejecting that we need to depend on anybody. This is our sovereignty, as it's our female power. We're getting in touch with our female power, where we know we don't need anybody, because we have spirit. We are connected with spirit, our higher power, and everything will be provided as part of that relationship. We are going to be co-creating with spirit. So we don't need to worry, but we do need to keep a very open heart. So we're rejecting that we need to depend on anybody, particularly a male, in moving forward. And the priest, okay, so I think we're also moving forward with our own spiritual commitments, a commitment to our spirit, and our creativity is very connected to our spirit. So we're moving forward, making a commitment to our spirit, and the energy that we want is love and gratitude. I still feel like we need another card, so I'm gonna maybe get another one from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. And then maybe we'll do an affirmation or shift a little bit of the energy. Okay, we got come to the edge, which makes a lot of sense to me because that's where we're at. We're at the edge. We're at the edge where we don't know what happens next. This is we're creating this. This has never been done before. None of this has ever been done before. We're leaving the old stories behind, so there are no old stories or we can fall into or jump into. We're creating new stories with this card. We're creating new stories. We're bringing what we wanted to see here on earth. We're bringing it here. What is it that you wanted to see? What is it that you think should be here and is not? For me, it's co-creation. It's co-creating with a partner. That ability to really be a team and work together and create together. I thought it was here because I knew it's from somewhere else. I knew it from deep within. And so I just kept thinking, why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we doing this? We can do this. Why aren't we doing this? But now I know that people don't really know how to do it. And so that's what I'm going to bring, is how we can co-create. And maybe in particular, how we can co-create in partnership, in romantic partnership. Not sure yet about that because I'm stepping into this new energy too. And I do believe that I'm going to be receiving more guidance as I go, because that is what happened to me with the experience of moving into a completely different life. I was told all these messages and I just moved forward with them. Okay, so we're just going to say, my power comes from my connection to the divine. I can trust my power because it comes from my connection to the divine and the connection to everything, because the divine connection is the connection to everything. I am in my power, and my power is love. My power is compassion. My power is courage. It is safe to experience my power. Any of these that fit for you, just say them. It is safe for me to be powerful. I am a powerful co-creator. I'm also feeling this, like the being on the edge of something really beautiful. I just felt that just now, like, okay, we're ready. We're ready to do this. Essentially, we're bringing heaven to earth. That's what we're doing. And I got this message a long time ago, or I asked for this a long time ago. When my daughter was born, I asked, how can we be spirit on earth? I wrote that in my journal. And how can we bring heaven to earth? And that's what we're doing. And you are one of those people because you're listening to me, so you're one of them that's doing this. My boyfriend just made a funny face at me. And we can play. We want to play. We want to bring more playfulness. That's one of the things that I'm going to be doing, is bringing more playfulness. So play, have fun. We're just being in this energy of joy and creation, and it's a very playful energy, a very light energy. So move into that and have fun. And it's okay not to know, because you don't know. You don't know. It's okay not to know. Trust that you're being held and guided. Okay, that's it.